name is Amanda Burwanger.
And my name is Claire Brown.
We are excited to share with you this engaging tool to use with your students. Kahoot is a friendly competition where students use their personal devices to respond to questions. We will be exploring all of the different usages and options while using Kahoot with your students.
There are two separate websites to visit in order to utilize Kahoot. Teachers access and create Kahoots by logging on to getkahoot.com. Once there, teachers can create a Kahoot quiz for students to use. After a quiz is created, students use Kahoot.it on their personal device to access their answering tool.
Let's explore the teacher website, getkahoot.com. Kahoot is a free website and is extremely easy to use. On the teacher page, there are many different options. You can create a quiz, discussion, or survey. There is also the option of accessing public Kahoots shared by other users. If you have any questions, there is a very helpful frequently asked questions tab.
Quizzes are the most commonly used type of Kahoot. In order to create a quiz, type a question and up to 4 possible answers. You can choose a time limit for the students to answer the question from 5 seconds to 2 minutes. You also have the option of making the question worth points or not. Kahoot quizzes can be as long or as short as you would like.
Some questions require being able to see an image that goes along with the question. For example, a math teacher may need to show a coordinate grid in order to ask a question about a limit. Kahoot has this ability. You can add a picture or a video that goes along with the question being asked. A video can be helpful for visual learners as well.
While Kahoot is most commonly used for quizzes, creating a discussion question can be a great addition to any lesson. Engage your students in your lesson by starting your class with a discussion question to activate learning. Discussions on Kahoot are only one question and do not attach point values. The question could lead to genuine conversations.
The third type of Kahoot you can make is a survey. A teacher can survey the students in their class. They can also use it as an icebreaker. Students can get to know each other or the teacher within the first few days of the school year. Surveys are great to use to poll students. For example, if you want to reward your class, create a Kahoot to find out which reward the students would most prefer.
While you can create your own custom quiz, discussion, or survey, there are also public Kahoots that are already created and ready for you to use. While you create your own Kahoot, you choose whether to share it with the public or keep it as private. These public Kahoots can range from company logos or Disney characters to content-specific quizzes that teachers used in their classrooms.
The Public Kahoots tab also gives the ability to search by subjects or topic. You can search for whatever topic you are teaching to see quizzes other teachers have used, or by a general subject area. For example, you can search by earth science or something more specific like the 3 stages of matter.
During the day, kids may become restless or bored. Brain breaks are a great way to wake up students and to engage them in a fun activity. You can use the Favorites tab under Public Kahoots on the teacher homepage to find exciting quizzes that relate to things they like. For example, brand names and logos, or cartoon characters or pop culture references.
Kahoot gives the teacher instant feedback. A 5-question exit ticket could help the teacher make a decision on their lesson for the following day. If most of the students are able to answer correctly, the teacher will know to move on to the next lesson. However, if the students are struggling to answer correctly, the teacher will know to spend another day on that topic.
A very useful aspect to using Kahoot is that you are able to save your results from each quiz. This is beneficial if you use the quiz as a pre- or post-test. Being able to download the results will show you the improvements students have made throughout a lesson or a unit. You can see the results are color-coded to easily see who answered correctly and what answer they selected.
Once the teacher has created or selected the Kahoot quiz they want to use, students visit the website kahoot.it on their own device. The quiz is projected for all students to see. On the screen, students will be given a game pin to enter the quiz. They will then be directed to enter a nickname and wait for the rest of the class to join.
Students can use any device to use this tool. Once the students are ready to start the quiz, questions are projected on the board. Students read the questions from the screen, determine the correct answer, then select the shape that matches the answer on their phone. The image on the right is what students see on their device.
Technology is exciting for students to use. It is part of their everyday life. But when they get into school, they are told they cannot use their phones. What is more exciting to them than a teacher telling them to take out their phones or iPods and use it during class? Students become so engaged with Kahoot because they get to use their device to engage them during instruction.
The competition aspect of the game is very appealing to students. Students are extremely engaged in the quiz because they are trying to make it to the top of the leaderboard. The quicker the students answer the question correctly, the more points they earn. They also try to guess whose nickname is whose, so they know who they are competing against.
The time aspect of Kahoot is also very engaging because it makes the competition more difficult and continually moving. Teachers make the decision about how much time they give students to answer the question. The teacher can choose a time between 5 and 120 seconds. Also, once all students have selected an answer, the quiz will move on to the next question.
Every student learns in a different way. Kahoot lends itself to many of the multiple intelligences. For example, Kahoot helps visual learners by providing pictures or visuals, kinesthetic learners because they are hands-on with the technology, or audio learners by having music playing to relate to the topic.
Not all students participate in school. Some students are shy and quiet. Kahoot allows the students to answer anonymously due to the nicknames they have chosen when logging in. This empowers some students to answer without having to give a verbal answer in front of the class. This gives the teacher an understanding of what the entire room knows.
Thank you for viewing our presentation on Kahoot. We hope you have learned the advantages of using this tool in the classroom and that you take advantage of all that Kahoot has to offer. Enjoy watching your students engage in learning while partaking in a friendly competition.